إني أخذ ويا تعامل لقى خالي ويا لو عبدنا خد ويا وليس المجوم أنا هاي تسوي عن دولة برينا دولة داين مما يلدرني أنا موجود أنت لا شيء وما حتى قوي بالماء أنا كم بيجا دولة أنا كقوي بيجا دولة.
A stage where there is any challenge, we will tell the country. But at the moment, we don't have any difficulty. The complaints that have come from citizens have been looked at. The question of occupation of school, there is no school currently being occupied, as a matter of fact. And so
Gachagua alisema ukweli. Watu ya Jubaland Malaysians wako Mandera, wako BB1, watu wamekufa kweli yake.
But the Ministry of Defense and Kenya Defense Forces should ensure at all times, because the Constitution gives them power to protect our territory. We don't want anybody to violate our territory.
So tunawaeleza immediate relocation of Jubaland force out of Mandera. Immediate. I want to tell them, if we don't do it, we will do it ourselves.
Mandera is on the edge of a storm. That's the stark caution from former Governor Ali Roba, once a captain in the Kenya Defense Forces. His claim, Jubaland fighters aren't just probing the border, they are crossing it, uprooting families and gearing up for war on Kenyan soil. Yet in Nairobi, Interior CS Kipchumba Murkomen dismisses it all as baseless talk. The clash is striking. One side points to rockets and gunfire. The other insists it's nothing but noise.
we cannot confirm now whether there were forces of where, who they are. It's only until you do proper security analysis and investigations that you get to know, is it forces, is it civilians and so forth.
Just hours ago, Roba raised the alarm, claiming Jubaland fighters have been mobilized inside Kenyan territory with heavy weapons, live ammunition, RPGs and explosives. Residents, he says, are already fleeing. His sharpest warning, if the state fails to act, he and the people of Mandera will defend themselves no matter the consequences. That's not local politics. That's a declaration that risks dragging Kenya into a regional embarrassment. These claims are not in a vacuum. Reports emerged that an RPG fired from Bulahawa in Somalia struck a primary school in Mandera. Several Kenyans were injured. Cross-border clashes between Somalia's National Army and Jubaland troops have already spilled into Mandera, scattering civilians and creating a wave of internally displaced families. Stray bullets have wounded residents, and fear is spreading faster than official assurances can calm. Roba's criticism isn't just about border insecurity, it's about accountability. He accuses President William Ruto's administration of gambling with Kenyan lives in exchange for political convenience. He insists Mandera's support for Ruto should not be mistaken for a blank check to neglect security. His challenge is simple: act now or Mandera will act alone.
Gavana yetu juzi aliongea ukweli, pamoja MCA yetu Faisal walisema ukweli. County Commissioner aliongea akasema ni uongo yao, uongo yake. Watu wako hapa. County Commissioner anasema uongo. Ruto! Ruto! Ruto!
But here's the twist. The Interior Ministry and Mandera's County Commissioner maintain a firm line. No Jubaland soldier is on Kenyan soil. They call the claims exaggerated, insisting the only issue is criminals and refugee spillovers, not foreign troops. Interior CS Kipchumba Murkomen and his team dismiss reports of occupied schools or Mandera takeovers, suggesting political actors are fueling panic for cheap gains.
But we cannot confirm now whether there were forces of where, who they are. It's only until you do proper security analysis and investigations that you get to know, is it forces, is it civilians and so forth. It is also It's also important to note that such security issues are handled in as security issues. So if we reach a stage where there is any challenge, we will tell the country. But at the moment, we don't have any difficulty. The complaints that have come from citizens have been looked at. The question of occupation of school, there is no school currently being occupied, as a matter of fact. And so if there are other parts of Kenya that there is a spillover of citizens from the neighboring countries, with Somalia particularly, that will be, that's why I said the security team will work on it to make sure that they return peacefully. What our main problem in our border that we deal with as Kenya is the criminals, is the people who want to attack our country, kill people, steal property, burn, and so forth. That is really what bothers us most. But people who are running for safety, we will find ways of addressing that issue so that it doesn't also become a security challenge or a humanitarian issue in the country or security challenge. In fact, those who are asking for refugee status and to be housed and protected in Kenya, they know the procedure they go through that is enshrined in the international law. So at the moment there is no cause for alarm.
So, who should Kenyans believe? On one side, Ali Roba, Mandera's former governor, Mandera's current leaders, and eyewitness residents all alleging Jubaland's presence. On the other side, the state waving off the crisis as false alarms. For Kenyans watching this unfold, the credibility gap is glaring. After all, residents know when bullets tear through their homes.
Bana Rais, sikiza sisi vizuri sana. Gachagua alisema ukweli. Watu ya Jubaland Malaysians wako Mandera, wako BB1, watu wamekufa kweli yake. Governor yetu juzi aliongea ukweli, pamoja MCA yetu Faisal walisema ukweli. County Commissioner aliongea akasema ni uongo yao, uongo yake. Watu wako hapa, County Commissioner anasema uongo. Anafaa kuenda nyumbani, anafaa kufutwa kazi. Hata alikuwa anatakikana alinde wananchi, sio alinde wajambazi. So what I want to tell the president of this country, if you want from us to vote for you 2027, flush these people from here, from our country. Flush them away today. If you don't do, you are going to be one-term president like Donald Trump. Yes. I'm telling you the fact. You're going to be one-term president.
This isn't just Mandera's headache. It's part of a bigger chessboard. Jubaland's real fight is against Somalia's national army. But if Kenyan territory is being used as a staging ground, then Nairobi is inevitably being dragged into Somalia's internal wars. That's the danger Ali Roba points to, Kenya becoming an unwilling battlefield. Kenya's borders are not just geographical lines, they are political pressure points. What happens in Mandera resonates across Nairobi's politics. It tests the government's credibility, it exposes gaps in foreign policy, and it puts the lives of ordinary Kenyans on the line, not just in Mandera, but across, even up to Nairobi and beyond. If Mandera residents lose faith in Nairobi's protection, then local mobilization, the kind Roba threatens, could fracture national authority. At the heart of the crisis is one haunting question. Is Mandera still fully under Kenya's control, or is Nairobi more concerned with maintaining diplomatic optics with Somalia than securing its citizens? As rockets fall and leaders bicker, it is the people of Mandera who live with the consequences.
There was this operation called Operation Linda Inchi, where Kenya have invaded Somalia illegally, and now it is payback time, it is karma. The same Jubaland forces are now infiltrating Kenya, harassing Kenyans in Mandera. They will soon cross to Wajir, then they will next come to Garissa, and then they will come to Kitui, and then they will come to Kiambu, hivyo tu mpaka wafike Nairobi.
Kenya now stands at a crossroads. If Mandera people are right, then the government is asleep at the wheel, risking not just Mandera but Kenya's sovereignty. If the government is right, then Mandera people's warnings are reckless and destabilizing, which many question. Either way, the truth will not stay hidden for long, because in Mandera, the war is already at the doorstep. What do you think? Is the government of Kenya really taking this Mandera issue seriously? Drop your comments. Newsroom, Maisha TV, Ushabi Junior.